I've got some bacon and sausages in here.
Yes.
Can you just unwrap them for me? And in my oven already, I've got some potatoes.
Potatoes for breakfast?
So, well, wait a minute. This is a one-pan dish, and so I've just cut some potatoes with the skin on still.
Yes.
And just put them in a bit of oil to get them started. But if you wanted to, you could use hash browns. You could use frozen hash browns and put them in.
Right, well, that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
so you could put hash browns or any sort of potato you like?
Yeah.
Right, can I ask you a question on your sausages?
Yes.
To prick or not to prick?
I don't prick them, but
No.
do you think I should?
No, I don't either.
Oh, well, that's good.
So that's good, that can disappear. We don't need that.
Why do people prick sausages?
Well, because I think years ago they used to be very, very full and they'd explode and burst. So that's what you do, so they don't all come out the end. But actually, if you're doing this in one pot, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No. So these have been in for about 15 minutes,
Yeah.
so they're already softening and nice. And then I'm going to just dot around bacon and sausages.
Streaky bacon?
Streaky bacon. I think streaky bacon is the best
Because...
because it goes really crispy.
Yes, yes. You are fairly particular about your bacon. And I'm surprised, actually, because this dish, you can't necessarily guarantee that you're going to have lots of crispy bits. But I suppose you get crispy bits on the bottom.
Yes, exactly.
Breakfast...
That'd be your favourite thing, because then you'll have soggy bits, which you like. You like soggy bacon.
Well, no, I don't. It's not... Yes, OK. Well, it's only because you give me the soggy bits and I've got to eat them. And you get all the crispy bits.
Right, and then some little chipolata sausages.
So you want thin sausages rather than thick sausages?
Yes, thin ones. And actually, you do those, and I'm just going to cut some tomatoes as well.
So do I just dot these sausages around anywhere at all?
Yeah, just dot them in.
Thin sausages, have you got thick sausages? Do you need to start them first, maybe?
Yes, I would use thin ones, because then they all take us sort of about the same time.
So you want everything in the pan,
chipolatas.
everything in the pan to cook about the same time?
Yeah.
This looks good.
I like this sort of over and under that we're doing.
Over and under. That's the cowboy way, isn't it? Good over and under. Over and under. I could burst into song like
You could.
campfire.
You like to burst into song, don't you?
I do.
Right, there we go. And all of this will cook, but it's going to take a good 15 minutes.
Right, so if you, for instance, got up in the morning and all your mates are around the place and you go downstairs, you put all this in the oven and then duck upstairs and have a shower, make yourself look really cool and then come downstairs and go, oh, breakfast is ready.
Exactly. And the other lovely thing about it is that you can do it in a big baking, like a roasting tin as well.
Right, OK.
So, you know, we've got a lovely, pretty pan, but you could just do it in a...
Shall I open the oven for you, boss?
roasting. Yes, please. So they're going to go in for 15 minutes.
At what sort of temperature?
200. Nice and high.
Really
Okay.
starving.
15 minutes. Look at that.
But it's not just the look, it smells amazing. And also the tomatoes are bursting open, so there's a little bit of juice. But it's not greasy or anything, it's just baked.
So now we're going to make a little hole there for our eggs.
Oh, I see. So you have a little spot so the eggs
Yeah,
go
I'm
in
just
there.
going to crack the eggs in.
OK. Well, while you do that, do I need to make tea?
You can make some tea.
Really difficult tea. For anybody who makes tea, it's hot water and it goes in a teapot. And if you want to get a tea, that's it. Look, teapot, tea. You might think tea's easy, but in actual fact, in our house, tea is quite an interesting thing, whereby if it's not made in a certain way, it does get returned quite quickly.
Oh dear.
Anyway, here we go. It's Earl Grey in the pot.
Who would live with me, eh?
Well, quite good fun, really.
Right, there we go. So that, all done. That now needs to go back into the oven for about 5 minutes, and then those eggs will be cooked, and it'll be perfect.
Right, so you do that.
You open the oven for
I'll
me,
open the oven
Jono.
up. Good. Here we go. There we are.
There we go. In there. Thank you.
Why is it Cowboy's breakfast? Is it because they had all the stuff and only one campfire, rather than having ovens and stoves and all that sort of stuff? Does that make sense?
Well, yes, and you can cook it all over a campfire in
Right.
a big tin.
OK.
But at home, say you've got loads of people coming over and staying the night, and you all had a drink the night before, then this is a really good thing, because you can put it all in a baking tray and sort of leave it. You just go back and do bits.
But that's what I love about food, is that thing that everybody has a particular want and a particular need. But I also think that everybody seems to have their own little tricks. When I was a kid growing up, right, we had to do a toast only on one side.
Why?
We had one of those open door toaster things.
What, in the olden days?
Yes, in the olden days. Are they ready, your eggs?
They are. My eggs are ready.
So that's really quick.
It is. I mean, they do take a bit longer. Look.
Oh, yum.
So we've got our lovely eggs. Oh.
I've done the toast the way you like it, with those crispy outside edges. I like to call them
Good.
sort of slightly childish, but you quite like them as they are, like that, because you like that texture and flavour.
I do, and look at that, look. Just going to just...
It's an amazing looking cowboy breakfast, but it also looks like quite magic.
Oh, you can't steal him.
No, because now you see it, and now you don't. That's it. A magic cowboy breakfast, an amazing cowboy breakfast.